Hi there folks. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Remington pocket revolver. This replica is made by Pieta. It's a 31 caliber pistol. You've seen it in some shooting videos of mine. Today I just want to do a little tabletop overview and review of it. Look over the history a little bit and talk about my experiences with it and stuff like that. So these guns were first made in 1865 by the Remington company and made until 1873. They made about 25,000 of these. Its predecessor was the Remington New Model Army, the 44 caliber, which was very popular during the Civil War time in 1863 through 1865. About 122,000 of these were made, so it was a popular gun back then. But these were fairly popular. Colt was really the ones to start the 31 caliber pocket pistols with the 1849 pocket, which was very popular. And Remington thought they would give 31 calibers a try, pocket pistols a try, and so they made these little 31s, and it's actually a very nice pistol. It's got a spur trigger, which is different than the New Model Army's trigger, which you got the trigger and everything. This one's just a spur trigger, and it's a lot of fun to shoot, but it doesn't shoot very high. And yeah, at about 7 yards, I was shooting about a foot high, I think. So you got to adjust for that. But all things considered, this is a good gun. The loading lever is actually, it doesn't compress the load good on top of the charge, or the ball good on top of the charge, and a lot of people say it's weak. And I could see that, that makes sense, just a little lever, and you don't get much leverage on there. I found I could only fit 10 grains of powder, of 3FG powder, when I used the loading lever to load it. So I started loading off the gun. It made such a difference. Someone pointed me onto that, and you could fit a lot more powder in there, and you get better compression, which increases your velocity and the power. I did some videos on that penetration test, comparing it to a 22, and this went through, if I remember right, it was 5 jugs of water, just this little pistol. So that's pretty strong for this little gun, all things considered. Someone did a velocity test with it. They shot over a chronograph, and they got 864 feet per second as an average with this little gun, loaded off the gun. So that goes to show you that it can be a useful little weapon. I got a chronograph, and I want to be doing some velocity testing soon with this gun, and as well as some others. But I just haven't yet. But and now when I did the penetration test, I loaded up with about 15 grains of 2F Pyrex. What's a 3F? But it was Pyrex. If I was using 777, I could increase that velocity. But this is a brass frame gun, so I'm a little hesitant about using 15 grains of 777 in this, because I feel like I'm pushing it a little bit, maybe stretch the frame or something. So one problem, as you can see though, is the cylinder. The nickel plating has just come right off on this gun. It's even worse on this side here. I don't know if you can see that. I would like to try to replate it. I read somewhere that someone did that, and it's got me thinking. I may try to do it, may have someone try to do it for me, I don't know, but I'd like to get that fixed, because it really draws your eye when you look at the gun. You see that big splotch that's missing on the cylinder, and it's annoying to look at, but it's a good gun, very handy. This gun's nickel-plated brass. Has a 3.5-inch barrel. It's a really good gun. I really enjoy shooting it. I definitely recommend loading off the gun if you got one of these, or 31. Definitely should load it off the gun. I had this little tool made up for me by there's a guy on eBay who makes custom ramrods and such from brass. He'll make anything that you'll want really. That's like a ramrod. So I had him make me this little loading jag, and it has this loading tip for the 31. And I basically just seat it over the cylinder, tap it with a mallet, and it seats the ball down and the powder pretty good. And it really comes in handy. And also, this is going to be in the future, but I'm going to be doing some videos with this thing. This is a new capper for black powder revolvers. This is made by a company called Polish Cappers. They're pretty new. This is a really nice capper. This is made very, very well. I can tell. Basically, you just unscrew this part here, and you can fill this tray in with caps. And I think it holds about 150 caps. And this is made specifically to work on Remington, New Ball Armies. I'm going to try to modify this one to make it, see if I can make it work on a Colt. But we'll see how that goes. But that'll be in a future video. And then we'll get back to the build series. I've run into some problems with the kit. That's the reason I haven't uploaded a video on it. I've been working on it a lot. I just haven't got the staining process completed because I ran through some problems with that. But as soon as I get that corrected, I'll upload a video, and hopefully I'll get that fixed soon, because that's basically pretty much the last step I have to do. It's coming out pretty nice though. But anyway, thanks for watching, folks. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and please subscribe. Until next time, have a great day.